Hello, a very good evening ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome you all back to my channel. As you all know, my name is Dr. Tuba, and my main aim to this channel is to guide all the medical professionals, especially the dentists, who would like to consider other countries as an option to work in. So now today's video is a little different because it is not really about doctors, dentists, how to get authorization. It is pretty different from that. At first I was actually reluctant to do this video as well because I thought it does not directly cover the doctors and dentists and their authorization, etc. But I got a lot of emails from people to cover this country, and especially when it comes to the from the educational point of view. And most of those people were not actually doctors and dentists. They were from other professions. They were engineers, lawyers, etc. And upon my research, then I realized that this video might not directly help the doctors and dentists when it comes to authorization and license exam, but it would indirectly help all the doctors and dentists, and directly help a lot of other people of other professions when it comes to going to Finland for education purpose. So this is what we're going to actually cover in this video, and hopefully it will help everybody involved. So we're talking about Finland. Now first let's start with the basics. Why to choose Finland? Now, the reason to choose Finland is, of course, we all know that it is famously known to be one of the happiest countries in the world. It is known for its quality of life and work-life balance. Other than that, it is, of course, we have a lot of other perks: free healthcare, free education once you become a citizen. Other than that, the biggest benefit that I see of Finland is that they have they are actually encouraging international students to actually get education, apply for bachelor's, apply for master's program, apply for a PhD. And of course, because they have less population, they have a lot of job opportunities as well. And most importantly, once your education is done, you get a PSW, which is a post-work visa. Due to it, you can actually go, PSW, post-study visa, which is it used to be in other countries as well, but I think not anymore. But Finland does offer it, which is that once you get done with your education, you would get more of an extension of your visa, so you can stay in the country and you can look for a job. And another benefit is that once you are in Finland, you're done with the education and everything there, you can also migrate to other countries in Europe. So it is a win-win situation. So these are some of the perks why we should consider Finland for education. Now, coming to education, what are the programs Finland is offering? Finland is offering three main programs. They're offering bachelor programs, they're offering master's programs, and they're offering PhD. So because most of my the subscribers and the people watching this and the ones who emailed me actually are done with bachelors, and they want to know more about the master's program. So we're going to talk more about masters now. So when it comes to the master program, the first benefit, of course, which I would love to say, is the education is in English. So the master program is going to be in English, so that is not much of a problem. It's not in Finnish language. Of course, I would encourage everybody to learn Finnish once you guys go there, but for now, English is the main priority. So so how to basically apply? What you have to do is, there is a link in below this video. It's studyinfo.fi. You have to go to that link, and that would open a portal of all the bachelor's, master's, PhD program. The website is very easy. The website is in English, so you can very easily pick the program that suits you the best. And what I have seen is that Finland is offering a lot of programs, a lot of master programs that could fit any profession. Whether you're an engineer, whether you're a dentist, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a lawyer, etc., whether you have done your BBA, bachelor's in business administration, you would have some master's program that you can consider and opt for. So it's very diverse. So go to that website, and then you can see the number of master programs, and then you can choose the one which is the best for you. Now, of course, like I always say, a backup is very important. So just don't choose one program, choose 2 to 3 programs, and apply in 3-4 programs. So wherever you get the seat would be nice. So this is one of the personal tips that I could give you. Second, let's talk about the requirements. Now, of course, whenever you apply, there are a bunch of requirements, but the 2 main requirements for a master's program for international students, and this is non-EU, is number 1, IELTS score. You need to prove that you speak and write English very well. And the IELTS score has to be a very high score. So it has to be above 6.5, and many universities and programs also require 7 as an IELTS score. So that is the score that you have to achieve, basically. And this is the first point. The second point is you need to have a very, very strong motivational letter. In some universities, it's called the motivational letters. In other universities, it's called the statement of purpose. But it's more or less the same thing. It's a motivational letter. So you need to have a very solid motivation letter or a recommendation letter if they ask. So that plus the IELTS, these are the 2 main requirements that they're going to look for. Other, of course, you need to have a good GPA, etc. in your bachelor's program, but that's also not too much of a priority. These 2 things are the priority. So, and whenever you send the documentation, make sure all of them are attested by the recognized body. Like, for example, in my country, the recognized body is the HEC. So it has to be, all of the documents have to be attested. It's very, very important. Attestation is very important. So that is the education, the process of application and how to select and what are the 2 main things that you need, apart from the other documentation which will be mentioned. So this is actually the first part, so which is done. Now let's come to the second part, which I would explain. Now, once you have applied, when do you apply for programs in Finland? Basically, the portal opens from mid of December to mid of January. So before December, make sure you have done your entire homework. You have made sure which program do you have to go to. You have given your IELTS. You have a good score in the IELTS. The motivation letter is done, and everything is sorted. So in mid-December, you start applying. From December actually you start applying for it. And the good thing is it will not take too much time, because Finland is not taking too much time, like years and years. They would give you an answer within months, which is the best thing. And right after that is done, maybe once you are selected in the program, they would request a small exam, a small interview online. So the interview, to more or less what I've seen, is they just have to test your English. How do you communicate in English? How do you speak? Which would not be very difficult for most of the international students out there. So now let's talk about the finances. Unfortunately, Finland. Finland does not have free education for international students, but the educational charges that I've seen, the fees is actually lesser than a lot of other countries in comparison to Canada, America, United Kingdom, etc. It is not as expensive as them. So it is approximately, if you see the master's program, it is between 10,000 to 14,000, approximately 10 to 20,000, just to be safe, 10,000 to 20,000, within that range, euros per year. And the bachelor program is about 5,000 to 10,000, 15,000 euros per year. And the one good thing about all this is that you can opt for a scholarship. If you have a very good IELTS score, you can actually have a scholarship. So make sure that you get a high score in the IELTS, because that will be a huge benefit. All right, so now that we have spoken about all the prerequisites and the application process, I really would conclude by saying that I do really, really recommend that everybody, especially the people from my country, please do consider Finland as an option, because of the numerous benefits that it is providing. And of course, with that, there is a shortage. They are encouraging international students, and most importantly, you will get a chance of permanent residency and citizenship in the future as well, when you are there for education, once you're there for education, and after that, because they are, of course, also giving a PSW, which is a post-study visa, in which after that, post-study work visa, in which after your education you would get a chance to work there as well. So that would definitely be very, very helpful. And other than that, when it comes to doctors and dentists, especially the medical professionals, all the medical professionals, there are of course a lot of master's programs that Finland is offering. But the 2 main programs which I think that all the doctors and dentists can avail is a master's program in public health genetics and a master's in public health program. So these are the 2 programs that the medical professionals can definitely consider when it comes to Finland. So other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I would conclude this video. I hope this video was helpful. And of course, if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to message me on my Instagram or on my Gmail account. The links will be right, the information will be right below this video. And I wish you all a very good week. Thank you.